One of the things I learned, even before knowing human design, is I shall never give promises or make decisions based on how I feel in the moment. And this is actually true for many, many of us. And I will tell you why, because human design explains it beautifully. So have a look at your chart. Is your will center, or also called the heart center or ego center, it is the center below on the right side on your reading graph, the small triangle under the G center, is open. That says that you have inconsistent motivation, inconsistent willpower. And it's okay. You don't have to have constantly, or you don't have to push yourself. You don't have to feel motivated or have willpower or know what you want all the time. You don't need to. You are not made that way. But there are people, they have it. And it's okay too. We all are slightly different in certain things. So if you are the person who has it open and you are in with someone, in the presence with someone who has this center defined and maybe even defined head, someone who, or an ajna, someone who is walking motivation and inspiration and willpower, full of energy, you will take it in. And in that moment, you'll feel that you can do everything. You can achieve everything. You can. That's not the problem here. The problem here is it comes from the will center. The energy you took in, amplified, which is basically not yours. And in that moment, you felt you'll do it. I know how that feels very well. But let me tell you this. You realize it, right? Soon after that you made a mistake. But sometimes, if you give the promise and if it's related to work or family, then it's hard to say, sorry, I will not do that. All right, and then you have to keep it. And now it depends on what you promised, you committed yourself to. It can real to serious burnout. And not only burnout, it can lead also to bitterness, anger, frustration, and create some imbalance in your life and the life of your co-workers or family members. And it's not good. So please value yourself, because you are not here to be like everyone else. You are here to be as yourself. And if you have this open, the center open, you don't have to feel motivated all the time. You don't have to be or have willpower all the time. And that is the one thing you should start accepting. When I did, it's like a release, relief, weight from your body, weight from the shoulders. And what you can do is say something like, okay, I'll come back to you. I'll speak to you later, or I'll think about it and I'll let you know how I decided. And consult it with your authority. And actually, I would recommend that no matter if your center is defined or not, it's always good and you cannot go wrong not consulting with your authority. So if you are emotional authority, you need time anyway. You need time to ride your emotional wave and see how is the end result when you get your clarity. Okay, you can be intuitive, that is in the moment. You can have sacral response, this is also in the moment. You can speak it out as someone who has self-projected authorities. I do. You can feel into or see how valued you are if you have ego authority, and so on. And yes, of course, you can do something in the moment, but do not do it, especially if your will center is open or if you have emotional authority, which needs time. So that is how you will stay aligned with yourself, and you will protect your energy and your good vibe, basically. Because let's be honest, when you feel bitter or angry, it's not a nice place to be around you, right? It's not a nice place to write a content or coach someone and so on. It's much more difficult to push it and start feeling motivated and good vibes and so on. So as an act of self-love and honoring yourself and your design, if your will center is open, don't make promises. It can bring you really down, even into the shadow frequency or low frequency of vibration of that center, when you will feel like you're not worthy and you don't have the value, you're not valuable enough, and so on and so on. So that's my tip for you, and my own experience, or speaking from the experience, to don't do that. Because it's true, you feel in that moment, you feel like you have all the energy in the world. But the fact is, you don't. You have it in the moment, but not for long. It's borrowed. And it's fine to feel it. But you need to have this knowledge so you can prevent some unpleasant situations and unpleasant future outcomes.